Hello, library friends. Coming to you from the Alps in northern Albania on a walk from Valbona to Theth. It's about an 8-hour walk. And I'm going to talk today about gratitude and resilience and what that means to me, especially during a pandemic and during my travels. So here goes.
Well, it doesn't ever take long before you realize that you are traveling in the middle of a pandemic. So, I mean, simply based on that there's only 3 other people on your entire plane, which is super wasteful, but also loads of legroom. And as you set sail, heading to the only country in all of Europe that will allow U.S. passport holders to Serbia, I knew that this was going to be a very difficult and unique journey ahead of me, especially touching down and heading straight for the hills. Nobody is out there traveling at this moment. Nobody is on the road, and you find yourself completely alone, just wandering about, and hopefully you come to a moment where you do meet somebody that offers a hand and offers you a place to stay, and out of the kindness of their hearts doesn't charge you a dime. They just want to be around somebody that they haven't seen in a long time, in this case another traveler. Waking up in every morning, checking the news, finding out whether another border is open. If it's closed, you really can't trust what's real and what's not, so you just hitchhike to the next destination and hopefully it's open. If not, offer a bribe.
I don't know how much money I'm gonna try to offer these people to let me across this border, but it's gonna be everything on my person. So again, we shall see what happens. Well, that didn't work.
And then you have to turn around and you're stuck in this sort of no man's land, and you're hoping that the country you just came from will allow you back in right away. It's such an adventure. You really have no idea where you're going. Everything changes. Your plans completely change, which is sort of the beauty of travel anyway, especially traveling alone. You can make up the rules as you go, and you just really do just stop and think to yourself, I'm happy to be here, and hopefully someone picks me up. And someone always does. I mean, it might take 10 or 15 miles of walking, and with rain falling and the elements constantly changing, but someone eventually does stop and give you a ride, always.
So I've done a lot of walking, but lots of military men have been stopping to give me rides and calling their families to translate to me in English. So it's been really sweet and a lot of fun. So I'm about 10 kilometers from this turnoff to go visit this river, so I'm hoping to make it there before the rain starts falling, because it's getting a little gloomy out here. But we'll see what happens, and it's all an adventure. I love it.
And thankfully, that the next border does let you in, just by chance, really. I mean, one of the guards happens to, have family in the States and was happy to point to another guard and say, you let this man pass. And I mean, without that kindness of this gentleman, I would have been stuck. I really needed to get into Kosovo to make it to Albania, to hike in these beautiful mountains. And every little village you go to, and every little cafe, there's always someone that's just sitting there and sort of nods you to come over and wants to have a conversation and wants to ask you, like, how do you feel about their country, and like, what are you doing in this place during this time, and offers you some food or a cup of coffee, or a cup of tea, and just really just wants to sit and have a pleasant conversation with you. And I found that to be the case every single little village I found myself in. Just loads and loads of farmers, and people see me walking with my backpack, see me walking with my tent in hand, and offer this beautiful plot of land for me to camp on for several days. The kindness, like, truly never ever stops. It's just something that you come to rely on from people, because it's just wonderful. And you know that you meet so many different wonderful families that just continue to do that, you know, offer you, you know, their place to stay and offer you their kindness and, you know, and sometimes teach you a few things.
You gotta say stop.
Okay. Stop.
Here.
Yes.
Is this worth your card?
Yes.
You see it?
You're a magician.
I'm good in mathematics.
You know, and at the end of the day, you really do have to remind yourself like, how beautiful this world really is and just like how much kindness people have to offer you. You know,
Fast?
there's nothing
Yeah.
more gratifying than knowing that you, as a complete stranger, landed on someone's doorstep and were treated like one of their family and, or a very close friend. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling.